bourbon out there that doesn't need to be.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Moving on to story number 3, you guys. So this is regarding, I believe, oh, sorry, I will, okay. Attackers unleashed Lockbit ransomware on US government computers. And this is according to Sophos, and this is something that I also saw last year. But one attack highlighted in the report found that ransomware groups spent at least 5 months combing through a regional US government agency's files and system before deploying a Lockbit attack onto the affected computer. And apparently, the root of the attack stemmed from vulnerabilities from the system's open firewall ports. Now, these guys are making the laws and legislation. So what do you guys have to say about this?
Well, I gotta say you have to be pretty courageous or stupid to go ahead and launch an attack on the US government. I mean, either you have a death wish or I don't know, you really know what you're doing. And you are definitely not in the States, and you're on a country that has no extradition treaty with the States.
Yeah, you're probably in a country that has no extradition, and like everyone else is distracted by that country invading certain neighbors. So yeah.
Could you be more? Steve? I'm not getting it.
What's Russian for Lockbit? I don't even know. It's Niet Blat. Yeah, they don't care because they're not here. And I'm not surprised they chose the US government, because while the FBI and the 3-letter agencies are known as being quite secure, like we're still all in the middle of the fallout of the OPA breach, the Office of Public Affairs, basically leaking. That was like the HR group of all of US government. Yeah. And they ended up leaking everyone's information. And so like, just because you're federal US government doesn't mean that your site is secure at all. In fact, it could mean the opposite. There's a reason that hackers go after municipal governments, because they don't have the budgets or the, typically the security team to provide a robust infrastructure. And so I'm not surprised. I think this makes complete sense. We see Lockbit every day. If they're not the most prolific ransomware gang, they're giving Conti a run for their money. And I think that what we're seeing with Lockbit is they're just going to aggressively go after everyone. And I think that the reason they waited 5 weeks is their whole thing is they want to spread to as many places as possible. And so they're probably reviewing those documents to see, before they tip people off, like while they're still in incognito mode, who else can they break into, right? Like I'm sure they're looking through like the third-party risk domino effect, like, okay, I'm in this government agency, can I bridge the gap into others? So I think you're going to see this time and time again. Lockbit does not care. Like, they are not pulling punches. They will ransom like the president himself if they can.
Yeah, and you're right, they are extremely prolific. I mean, we see them getting activity every single day.
If only they had a web developer who could make a proper website for Lockbit. Come on. You're still limiting your URLs to like 15 characters, and then you do ... and that doesn't work for anyone. Like, your user experience is shit.